Thank you, Dale. That completes our first round of questions, and I did say earlier in the hearing that we'd have a second round if somebody wanted to. I'm going to waive any opportunity that I might take to ask another question, but if there is anybody on the dais that does have a desire to ask another question or get a quick response, I'd be willing to recognize them. I'd yield first to Mr. Clyburn, the ranking.
I'm gonna follow your lead, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. All right. The full committee chairman, Mr. Cole.
One quick point we didn't have a chance to cover, but I would just ask you, as you put things together, you take a strong look at. We made a lot of progress here in FY24 on tribal roads, and we actually went back, and there have been no hearings on tribal roads or tribal housing for 20 years. And we'd seen how tribal roads and tribal housing had fallen behind in that period. I've spent a lot of time on Native American reservations. I know in Wisconsin you know a lot about Native Americans, but the federal obligation here, and it's a relatively small part of your budget, it's around 1%, so we're not talking about something massive, but some money here makes a difference, and this committee and frankly administrations on bipartisan basis have overlooked this area for a generation. And believe me, it is really bad in some of these places. You're thinking you're not in a third world country, you're in the wilderness. So I would just ask you, I know you got to make some tough funding decisions, and we're going to try and be supportive of those, and we're going to try and help you in other ways. But please take a special look at that. Don't let it get lost over there, because that's what tends to happen. It's sort of out of sight, out of mind. And I've watched generations of politicians on both sides of the aisle and administrations do that. This committee made a big step forward in 24 and would have again in 25 had the bill happened. And so I don't want to lose that momentum. So if you just consider that as you go about all the many decisions you have to make, I'd be very grateful.
I appreciate you bringing that up. I understood the housing needs and the infrastructure needs across the tribal lands in the country. Senator Ben-Ray Lujan mentioned it as well, and I think we should work together on thinking how we can spend money well and where the most needs are. Because you're right, it's not third world. Oftentimes, it is wilderness, and I think again a lot of some places you may not need the investments, but there's other places that truly need the investment and they haven't received it. So I'll work with you on that.
Thank you very much, Mr.